Hello again from Casterton Vintage. Today we're going to look at the story of the Nuffield tractor range. This starts in 1945 when the British government approached the Morris Motor Corporation and suggested they look at producing tractors as part of a post-war recovery plan. The tractor was designed by Dr. Merritt, formerly of David Brown. He'd worked on the David Brown 50D project, and there are similarities between these two tractors. By 1946 the first prototype was built. They went on to build 12 more, finally putting the tractor in production by 1948. The Nuffield Universal was launched in December of that year at the Smithfield show. These early tractors were powered by a 4-cylinder Morris Commercial side valve lorry engine and ran on tractor vaporizing oil. The first diesel-powered versions, designated the DM4, were powered by a Perkins P4 delivering about 38 horsepower. By 1951, Morris Motors Limited had become part of the British Motor Corporation. From 1952 through to 1961, Nuffield tractors offered the Universal 3 with a 27 horsepower engine and the Universal 4 with a 53 horsepower engine. The Perkins engine was retained until 1954, when a BMC engine replaced it. These tractors are identified by the BMC diesel badge on the front grille. The next update came along in 1961 with the introduction of the 342 and the 460, with slightly increased horsepower over the previous models. The 10 series tractors arrived in 1964 and were claimed to be the first British tractor with 10 forward gears. The range included the 1042, the 1060 and the 1090. We caught up with this lovely original condition 1060 at a local ploughing event. It must have been stored under cover all its life. This 1060 is seen here working alongside one of its great rivals, the Fordson Major. The Fordson's not shown itself off particularly well though. On my travels, I tend to come across more 10 series Nuffields than any other. Were there more of these made, or are they just more in preservation? Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. I can't recall seeing a Nuffield 1090 with the 6-cylinder engine though. If you know where there is one, leave a comment below and let me know. In 1967, Nuffield launched the completely restyled 345 and 465 tractors. Unfortunately, the styling wasn't as well received as everybody had hoped. The tractor had a redesigned gearbox, a longer wheelbase and a new layout for the hydraulic levers, among a number of other improvements. The uprated engine in the 465 had a particularly annoying vibration problem. Sadly, this tractor quickly developed a reputation for being unreliable and saw the start of the decline of Nuffield tractors. Today we find Nuffields in all conditions, including this original condition unrestored, or sympathetic restorations like this one that are done to preserve as much of the originality as the tractor as possible, or tractors that have had a full nut and bolt restoration and are better than they ever came out of the factory. This four-wheel drive 465 looked quite smart. Did they build these from the factory? Leave me a comment below. After a 5-year development program, the BMC Mini was introduced in 1965. Much of the work was done by Harry Ferguson Research Limited, which is probably why it looks a little bit like a grey Fergie. In 1968, BMC was merged with British Leyland. The tractors were completely restyled and the colour changed to two-tone blue. The three model range were the 154, the 344 and the 384, with the first two digits denoting the cubic capacity and the third digit denoting the number of cylinders. For example, the 384 was a new 3.8 litre engine with 4 cylinders. Interestingly, this now had a dynamic balancer to take out the annoying vibration. Leyland Tractors were one of the first tractor companies to adopt the idea of synchromesh gearbox. Unfortunately though, the tractor still lacked a gear splitter such as the Massey Ferguson Multipower or the International Torque Amplifier. Here we catch up with a Leyland tractor at work. This 6-cylinder 4-wheel drive was doing a great job on a mower at this silage event. By 1979, British Leyland had decided to concentrate on their core business and sell off special products. In 1982, Charles Nickerson of Marshall & Co. Gainsborough bought the tractor division from Leyland. The story of the purchase was told in a TV documentary at the time. You can now find this on YouTube. And I'll add a link in the description. In 1986, Marshall Tractors was sold to Bentall Simplex of Scunthorpe, who moved production to their 25-acre facility. They offered a wide range of tractors from as small as 25 horsepower up to 125 horsepower. This was mostly created by importing Steyr tractors from Austria and badge engineering them. This Marshall D844 is one of those tractors. They also focused on a very large spare parts business for over 120,000 Nuffield, Leyland and Marshall tractors sold all over the world. Our very last tractor is this Nuffield 126. It's really an IMT 5106 made in Yugoslavia. In 1990, Bentall Simplex badge engineered 5 of these for an export order to Nigeria. Unfortunately, the order fell through and they were left with 5 tractors. So that's an abbreviated version of the Nuffield story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to click the thumbs up button and give us a like. And if you subscribe, you'll be notified when we launch the next video. Thanks for watching.